Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the ARMA Team League Season 5 first week of 2024. This is Veggie with you once again tonight. I will be joined, I assume, by Cheese once he is available. In the meantime, I'll quickly go through what we have in store tonight. Moving over to the stats stream, which definitely didn't break. Oh wow, it actually didn't break. That's amazing. Not the stat screen, but this is the stat screen which I had it before. Here we are, this one. So, just to quickly cap off again, this is where things stand after the first night. This is obviously no true indication of really anything. Since 2 games is much too small of a sample size to really be a judge of anything with Mahjong. But by the end of tonight, we'll have a small understanding of the early front runners and the early people who we might need to expect to bring a little bit more going forward based on the outcome of the next 2 sets of games. So I did sort of bring this up in the streams chat in the ARMA Discord tonight, but tonight we'll be watching Table 3. First of all here with Riichi Fingers, Janken, Pom, 4 Geese, and Furiton Double Reach. And then Table 2 with Janken, Wrong, the Pinfu Pals, Furiton Double Reach once again, and the Luck Shitters. So, just to establish, we will attempt over the course of the season to make sure that all the teams and as much as the players as we can all get a chance to show up on stream. We do our best to balance that, so everyone gets a chance to shine, basically, and gets a chance to be interviewed if that's what they want to have happen. Let's have a quick look here. Wait, we're just waiting on Cheese, who appears to be AWOL. So yeah, not too sure what's going on here, but we will fill in the silence in the meantime. I am a very veteran streamer who can definitely fill time gaps with nonsense if that's what I need to do. So bear with us. As we sort out what's going on. In the meantime, what can I talk about? It's a bit hard. Normally, if it was like later in the season, we could talk about the players and sort of what we might expect from them and things like that. But since it's the first night, or first week rather, a bit hard to do that. Guess I can quickly talk about the players we've got coming up. So the first game here we've got Frisky, who did play last season for Riichi Fingers, our reigning champions. Pretty much all the players in that team put on a very strong season, which is why it's interesting that at least this season hasn't started the same way, so they've got a bit more work cut out for them. We'll see how they get on. We've got the player named here, MWWPPJJ. They've asked this guy by MWPJ. It is... Hold on. I got the other page here with all the Discord names. Dupless. We've had him go by Dupless. I think, in fact, his Tenho name still is Dupless. I could be wrong with that. But, yeah, no, in fact, no, he goes by MWWPBJJ. I think Dupless is the Discord name. But we did see them as well. Yeah, not me. We're just trying to see if anyone else... Okay, yeah, SPT's on the case here. So the games will be starting shortly here. Thank you, SPT. Anyway, just quickly while we wait for this, we've got 5 minutes until the games will start an hour in anyway. So for 4 geese here, we've got Kumo. Here, the name in kanji or Hanzi, whichever it happens to be specifically. I do believe they are a new player. The name doesn't ring a bell to me, at least in terms of Team League. As we mentioned last night, there are 2 South Australian teams, which is great to see. The more, the merrier, especially when it comes to Team League. Next year, hopefully, we can get all the way up to a nice 20 or 24 teams. They'll manage it. Sorry. And the 4th player here for Puritan Double Reach is Peng Miao. They go by It's a Fucking Over in Discord, I believe. Yes. I don't think they played for Team League either last year. So we've got 2 new people, as far as I can tell, on the table for us to stream for. And 2 returners in the first game, which is very cool. In general, I think the more players we can get on and see how they play is interesting, because you've got people that will play, you know, very aggressively compared to people that might play a bit more cautiously. People that have played a lot of tournaments and people that have only played like ladders or friendly games. It gives this clashing of different styles where you can really see how people approach how they want to play the game. And this becomes even really more apparent the later we get on into the season, when we've got you know, point gaps to try and reach or close, or you know, teams to hold off, you know, when you play specifically to avoid having, you know, a close rival gain points, and you get players in these situations, and it's really interesting, I think, to see how they manage to work with that. Looks like one of the games has failed to start. What do we see from our end? Yeah, we've got 3 games. We do have our game, so I will load it up here. But one of the games failed to start, and SPT might not have noticed if he's in a game. He is not. Send him a ping. Oh, hello, SPT.
This is classic ARMA scuff.
Yes. Pretty normal for us, isn't it? We always seem to have something go wrong at some point in the season.
This, you know, the really weird thing is though, like, we normally have a failsafe set up for this, and I just assumed no one's got the admin link, but thankfully we do. But I think this is also like the first time in the 5-season history that Cheese has gone MIA.
Yes.
So
he's always managed to at least send me a message if he's going to be late, or, you know, something's popped up. Yeah, there's just completely nothing, which is,
Normally there's someone like around to start the games, but like on the bright side, we are only 5 minutes late. So
yeah,
we're all good. All good.
Yeah, well caught.
Yeah, I'm always around.
Let me just...
Normally, at least.
Yeah. I'm just going to quickly update the overlay with the players. Anyway, we watched your game last night. Do you have any feelings on that game you want to share with the stream?
Look, I feel like...
It was...
I feel like if I speak, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. But like, upon review, I think my opponents played really well. Like, they played better than me, obviously, but there were some very suspicious moments.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But no, they played really well, and they played much better than me. So yeah, not much more could have been done in that situation. Just need to play a little bit more practice.
Yeah, it felt like from my point of view, I remember saying this during the stream, it felt like for a lot of it that you were kind of just a passenger.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of opportunities. Like, I had multiple Mungun-esque hands that never really converted. Like I remember I think it was like South 2, South 3, I had two individual like Tanyao Sanchoku Dora Dora hands that couldn't get out of his Shanten.
Mm.
And like winning even one of them would have been fine and put my team in a lot better of a position. But I think the biggest thing for me was the time control felt really weird because I don't play on Mahjong Soul.
Yeah.
And this is actually my first season playing the team league.
Yep.
I remember in my first hand, I was just like, man, everyone's playing so slow. What the hell? So I slowed down to make use of my time, and I ran out of time because I was spending too much time.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even see that from here. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, so it was just like there was like this hand where I dealt into like my Kamicha, whereas I was on like 1-2. I was on like a pen free so weight. Drew a 5-cent. I was just like, well, 2-5 obviously deals in, so I should cut something other than this so I don't deal in. Ran out of time and cut the 5 so anyway, and immediately dealt in.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think big adjustment needs to be made to the time control because I'm used to every hand being played rather fast.
Yeah, I don't know. I can definitely understand how that would change everything. Yeah, compared to how you're used to playing. When you slow down the pace, it's a lot different. I remember that from playing on FF14. It's just like you just zone out because this takes so long.
You gotta watch a movie playing on FF14.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Ah, Cheese is back.
That is good.
That is good. He's not dead. But yeah, so we'll have this game underway shortly. Do you want to stay in here or?
Oh, I'm already here. I'll probably stay in for one game, but yeah.
Seems good to me.
Yeah, we WA's got like a little thing going where like we all group together and watch a couple of the games as well. But we have a WA member in here, so I am a bit biased.
That's reasonable, I think. Alrighty, so we're underway here. Just looking around the table, looks to be we've got quite a number of really good hands to start with here.
My eyes immediately gravitate towards I don't actually know how to read the Japanese name, but it's he goes by Kumo.
Kumo, yeah.
From Four Geese, and
yeah, this is it's a nice hand.
It's cheap, but it's going to be pretty fast. And on the other hand, you know, I was also looking at dealer's hand here that had potential to be quite expensive, but they've cut the door and immediately drew Dora.
Yeah, the backfire immediately. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but we'll press on.
I think they've got their blocks are kind of awkward. Like they have to draw pretty nicely to pawn here, maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
They have to draw pretty nicely to get into like a decent tenpai, but you know, as dealer with Aka, you don't really care what your tenpai is. But speaking of tenpai for Kumo is pretty good. Has chance to swap here.
Yeah. Chooses not to in the end.
Yeah. I think the math normally lends itself to saying that the Shanpon is better than the Kanchan, but Kanchan wins here, so nice.
Nice, yep.
1,000 on the 1,000 on the board for WA, baby.
Yeah, no, as you said, a cheap hand, but it was quick, and that can make all the difference sometimes. Yeah.
Well, for I guess I have a little bit of insider information here, but like for a player like Kumo, having that little bit of like having the wind push against the wind to your back is really nice to start.
Yeah.
So yeah, having the confidence boost is really going to help him here, as long as he doesn't deal into a hand right here. Like it doesn't matter how expensive the hand he deals into here. If he deals into a hand, his mental is going to go through the gutter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is good insight to know.
If we do speak about like the hands itself though, is it Frisky or Fursky?
Frisky. Yeah.
Frisky's hand is insane, and yeah, he tempais immediately as well. This 4-pin's really loose.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough Riichi for the players to play against here.
I'm really interested to see how Peng Miao might play this. Obviously, What do we call him? MW? I'm just gonna call him
MWPJ or MW, yeah, either or I think will be
Yeah.
fine.
I don't have the brain cells for that. So like MW
MW
is
yeah.
obviously folding. So like they're not even.
Yep.
We don't even need to consider them this hand. Kumo has a potential to deal in with that 4-pin there, but the way they're drawing it, I think it's fairly unlikely. But Pang Miao, I'm looking towards this like Honitsu Chinitsu style hand. Because like the 9-so obviously passes. I'm surprised they didn't hold like any of the almond tiles over the 9-so here.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get rid of the 9-so, you might as well just get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you start having to test tiles, you know, because everything else was safe. Test.
Yeah.
the Haku
Taku,
here.
Dora next. Or 3-pin might be next before Dora.
Yeah. I feel like with this hand, it's they're just looking for any reason at all to push.
Yeah.
Because you have so much potential here that you kind of do want to push, but it's the same trap a lot of people fall into that. You know, oh, shiny hand.
Yeah, I feel like I have to push this. Oh, well.
Yo, if they push the 3-pin, they're gonna push the 4-pin.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the trap you run into, because you know, I feel like as soon as you get to the point where you have to start considering cutting the 3-pin, you should be like, okay, maybe it's time to fold. But the Chinitsu blinded them.
Yeah, and that's pretty understandable, I think. They've been rewarded with a nicer hand here, though. Very obvious Honitsu hand.
Would you say rewarded or blessed?
Both, I guess.
Yeah, well...
Blessed is a bit more accurate, yeah.
Yeah, Honitsu Dora 3 is very nice, but conversion needs to be made. I'm not a fan of cutting that 5 months so quickly. It is probably correct, but what if you just
This is a bit similar to that the what will you do stuff you posted earlier.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, yeah. Like the line is most obviously Honitsu here, but I'm just considering the line of like, what if you like pawn the ton first and then you just convert to a quicker hand? Because a Mungan here is fine to win. You don't need the Hanuman.
Yeah.
It is Hanuman if you win it with Honitsu, right?
It would be
on Doro. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Hanuman.
Yeah, no, I think that's very valid. But you actually sort of mentioned you can get like the greed, the money in your eyes, and think you can just all you can see is the max potential, and you want to go for it.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't necessarily think it's wrong. Like it's he's too flat-ish. It's not like flat, but like flat-ish score position. Like winning a Mungan here would have been fun. Winning a Hanuman here is better. If you can like run a Hanuman and like destroy someone's mental, it's great as well.
Yeah. But you can see all these center Manzu tiles that they could have had in their hand if they played it a bit differently.
Yeah, well, realistically speaking, they would have only needed like the 3-4-5. They would be 10-pi 3-6-pin right now, no?
Yeah.
But obviously no Yaku, because the hand is dependent on pawning the ton first.
Yeah.
But if you play it this way, you don't have to find the ton pawn necessarily.
Yep.
Like you could find like connecting tiles in all the Pinzu, and then like have the ton end up as your pair. Speaking of which, the ton is ironclad in Kumo's hand. Like,
yeah, Kumo's had this since the start and has not even come close to considering throwing it. It looks like.
Yeah, I think they've accurately read that Peng Miao's either going for some Honitsu hand or some like ton-ish hand. I wouldn't be surprised if oh yeah, okay, so they do cut the 1-pin. I wouldn't be surprised if they would have like folded entirely. But with the I am really concerned about this chi though, because this chi kind of funnels them into having to like basically folding now, and we do see the 10-pi 3-6 pin.
3-6 pin, but this is luckily the 6-pin had just come out from MW.
Yeah.
For their case.
Yeah, sometimes timing is all you need.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
This should be the easiest fold of their life. You see the chun, you see the par pin overflow after like the 1-pin pawn. Like this should be the easiest fold of your life.
Yep.
Some people would be tempted to cut the Hatsu there during the second ton. But yeah, the 6-0 attempting to get the hell out of there is pretty accurate. 4-pin. Who does 4-pin deal into?
It would be.
Oh, it doesn't deal into anyone.
Yeah,
It's 10-5, but it doesn't deal in.
Yeah, MW's hand. So you make it through to Rikoku in the end.
Overall, that was pretty nice looking hand that didn't convert. But get one more dealership for Frisky here.
Yeah. Sorry, just running down my notes for just keeping track of the game. Yeah, no, I think the early South one really put everyone on guard there, and sort of ended up fizzling out the round altogether.
It kind of makes you wonder, like, the way the hand played, what would have happened if another ton was drawn earlier? Because you saw that Kumo paired up the ton late in the hand, so like if the ton had come out earlier from anyone else, I think the hand would have been a lot more explosive.
Yes.
But because the ton came so late, the hand kind of fizzled on its own. And obviously Kumo didn't draw a lot of Pinzu to even feed into Pung, so
yes.
yeah, not much.
But yeah, talking about this hand.
Play, unfortunately. Yeah.
This hand, again, Pung out already Ishanten.
Yeah, and it's a much easier hand to win this time. Yeah, so like you're looking at, easiest rich pin Fedora of your life.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you've got MW shaping up to be a Tanyao-ish looking hand, but still quite a few nice tiles away. Could also be Sunshoku there, I reckon.
Yeah. You can easily see a 4-5-6 Sunshoku sort of forming out of this. Especially with that 5 draw.
Yeah.
Can help out.
Yeah. If we're talking Sunshokus as well, there's a 1-2-3 Sunshoku opportunity for Kumo as well.
Yes.
Heavily considered that Tumanchi, I think. Drawing the wrong tile.
Yeah, unfortunately for Pung Mount, it takes the double rearmaments here.
Yeah. It's an interesting play because it also opens them up to upgrading to like a Tanyao Sunshoku Doradora hand.
Yeah,
because but that's like it's getting really late in the hand and that's really far away now, so I wouldn't be looking towards it too much per se.
Yeah. And Kumo did manage to find a 2-man of their own here, so one, then there's the Friso.
Yeah, that turned out really well for them. I am a little bit concerned that there's no easy pair in Kumo's hand.
No. They're going to need to find another, or they're throwing the 3-man now, so they have to hit one of their remaining Sozo tiles or the Ton.
Ooh. 5-soul?
Yeah, I'd be happy with 5 soda.
Yeah. No, Ton's correct. There's no Tons left on the board, my mistake.
Correct, yeah.
No, I'd be inting.
And we have a Tenpai for MW.
That kind of crept up on us. You see that they did indeed draw quite perfectly, because I was actually looking at Frisky's hand thinking they'd Tenpai before MW does, but MW here is Tenpai on really, really, really nice looking Tanyao Pinfu Sunshoku potential as well.
Yeah.
With 2 Dora, but Kumo's also Tenpai on Chanta. We'll die here.
Manages to
We'll
not
die
die.
here. Yeah.
On the 6-9, so. All the 6 so's are dead. 1-9 so left in the wall.
This is also 3-10, which is my biggest concern.
Yes. It's a very fair point.
Yeah. It does look like the hand will likely fizzle out though. MW has 1 high tier draw. An unfortunate hand for Peng Miao, who started out with like a really, really, really nice looking hand that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, and pair that up with the last hand as well, and not a great feeling.
Yeah. So is Life of Mahjong, I guess. But
exactly right.
Going into East 3 here, there's so many points on the table. like, yeah, 2,900 worth of extra sticks. So wouldn't
Yeah,
be surprised if people stray towards faster open hands here, but it looks like the only one with that potential is Pung again, with the opportunity to pawn the Hatsu coming up here, hopefully for them.
yeah. For now, Pung's only got the real open, as you said. Everyone else has got terminal tiles or no Yakuhai, except for Kumo, who can't really use the West Winds, unfortunately.
Yeah, except I think Kuma might look towards some kind of 3/4/5 Sunshocker here as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if I had to bet money on who would win this hand, I'm definitely looking towards Pung and I'm definitely looking towards Kumo. But with this one so draw, I don't think MW's all too far behind them. But still has a couple nice draws they have to pick up before they get there.
Yeah, it needs to fill in a Kanchan or two. Find something to the free pin, maybe. Depends on what they find earliest, I think. Speaking of Kanchans, this is a 6-8 for Frisky.
Yeah, that's a... I want to say that's an important block for them to fill, but like they have so many important blocks to fill, it's going to be really hard.
Yeah,
to
free
fill
pairs
anything, I
still
feel.
makes this hand a bit hard to work with.
Yeah, especially with this free pin discard here as well, because you look at you can look at it as like 1-1 or 2-2, 1-1-2-2, or like 1-2-1-2, and you see a free pin hit the table, and it's just like, man, my hand's ass. I'm not going anywhere with this.
Yeah. And as we can see, the rest of the free pins are all in hands either way.
Yeah. There's a Tanyao transition for Kumo, and the Hatsu Uncle for Peng Miao as well. Yeah, I feel like this hand is about to hit some sort of tipping point, but MW is also Ishanten.
Yes. Someone is going to be reaching soon, you'd think.
Are you thinking about dropping the Aka 5 so, Kumo? Why are we paused on this 8 so?
Yeah, it was a bit of a thought, I guess. You can maybe consider... I was gonna say you can maybe consider adding something more toy-ish, but now you're still a bit far from that.
Well, I think if you cut the 5 so there and you pawn 8 so, you pawn 3 pin, you put yourself tempai, no? So I think that's what they were considering, but they're looking for ways to like force this 5 so into the hand, looking towards like Sunshocky as well. Is this Tenpai yet? No, it's still not Tenpai.
So not Tenpai, yeah, just another Anko.
Is this Tenpai? This still isn't Tenpai either. Free so finally for Kumo. That's also still not Tenpai.
Yeah, it allows them to use the 5 so, which is nice, but it is our Tenpai. On the 1-4 pin, which comes out immediately from Frisky.
I'm surprised that's not a reach, but I didn't really check. I didn't really look at whether or not there were a lot of 1-4 pins on the board. Maybe there just weren't enough weights on the board to make it enticing. But normally that's, really solid reach.
Yeah.
Could have been scared that there's no door on the board, but you never know.
I completely agree. I would have expected that to be a reach, but I guess Peng Miao was just more happy to maybe scoop the points.
Well, yeah, you increase your win rate, and there's so many points on the table that it kind of makes up for not reaching.
Yeah.
But moving on, we're halfway through the game already, and it is still a really flat score situation, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Peng Miao was able to get back some of the points they lost earlier, and basically because of that, now we're more or less completely flat.
I'm really liking everyone but MW's hand here.
Yeah, MW's is a bit awkward. This might end up being a cheatoy.
I think I like Kumo's hand the best. Yeah, and she is really nice here. Puts him into 10-5, but this 5-7 might be a little bit difficult to catch because Peng Miao's never cutting it, and if Frisky draws anything related to Sozi, they might hold on to it. There's not a lot of upgrade paths from here as well, so a little dicey.
Yeah, for Kumo, even like a 7 so is not much help here because you've cut the 8 so already.
Exactly, yeah. I do think Frisky might be in trouble though if they draw anything related to like the Pinzu.
Mm-hmm.
They might be in trouble. Like here, you're gonna start looking towards Honitsu.
Yes, this is what
So
definitely I was thinking
yeah,
as well. So I think the 7 pin will come
yeah,
first, which it does.
mm.
But
And yeah, a regular player, especially with Kumozu's cards, they would be like, okay, it might be Pinzu Honitsu. I need to cut the Pinzu now. And then the Sozu will be safer later. But
yeah, as it turns
this
out,
might be looking really bad.
yeah, it's not looking too good for Frisky right now.
Mm. Oh,
Ooh,
saved? Saved?
could be saved.
Yeah, saved. Yeah. The shapes are a little bit awkward to play for Honitsu.
Honitsu, yeah.
Yeah. So the 5 so really saves them there, especially in a especially in this position, because dealing into this nearly Mungan hand is quite disastrous.
Yeah. And yeah, Pang Miao's still stuck in this Chitoi Ishanten, what they've got going on. And MW.
That's what it looked like a moment ago, and it didn't look like a Cheetoy. But yeah, now it does look like Cheetoy, and MW's hand is quite awkward now as well. Like that's probably Cheetoy
That is also
as
probably
well.
Chitoi.
Like
Yeah.
where else do you go from there?
You can force a really late Honitsu, or Chinitsu, I guess, specifically here. But yeah, I
feel
don't
like,
think so.
Yeah. I feel like Chinitsu from here is a little bit too difficult, or
Yeah.
even Honitsu is probably a little bit too difficult because you require so much help from everyone else.
Yeah. And yeah, that 9 came out, that wasn't even a pause that they've got calls off.
Mm.
Well, we're still waiting on this last 5 so left in the wall. I guess that's the question. Is anyone going to throw it? Oh.
There's no way though, right? Surely it's like 5 man, 8 man here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You never know, but yeah, I don't think you can ever try to force the well,
It's really funny. In this situation, Persky would be like, man, I wish I went for Honitsu. I would have got it.
yeah.
And it's actually saved them, funnily enough.
Yeah, even here, like, yeah, I mean, the hand's about to wrap up with the last 5 so remaining elusively at the back of the wall.
This is Tenpai, no?
This is Chitoi Tenpai.
Yeah. Pang Miao could, like, sneak in here. Okay, not quite. Whoa!
Oh, boy.
Hi, Decimal! W.A. Yok, my god! Alright. Look, I wasn't ready for that at all. I didn't think that was going to happen.
No,
I was so sure that hand was over.
Yeah, no, I mean, you never expect the high J, right? Except for, I feel like if you're in person, you always, when it's your high tata, you're always hoping. But when it's digitally, you don't really think about it that much. But that's a great
W.A. eating well tonight.
That's a big high taste sumo for Kumo. Mangan puts them the first person over 30k in this Hanchan.
It's a really important Mangan to win as well. With basically half the game over, you're essentially playing a Tompusen now.
Yeah.
Or Tompusen plus 1 round. So everyone else has to really start picking up the ball here. Because now you can't really win like 1k, 2ks, like 1k or 2k hands. Like you have to go for like 300 minimum to even have a chance of catching dealer.
Yep.
So we should keep an eye on how people decide to play their hands here. And you can see Pang Miao gone for the Chi with opportunities to open on the east and south as well, which is great for them. And then you look at Frisky with, you know, Chun Uncle Aka could definitely go towards like really nice reach hand there as well. And then unfortunately MW value looking very light over there.
Yeah, MW's gonna be forced to try and find something to Riichi on if they want to value this hand, but I don't think they're gonna find it. Peng Miao already Tenpai on the 4-7 pin. And yeah, Kumo's hand quite fast as well as Frisky's. So
Yeah, I feel like MW is definitely going to be a spectator in this game, but oh, this hand rather. But I'm really interested to see. I was going to say I'm really interested to see how this hand goes, but it's very likely that Peng Miao wins that hand eventually on the 4-7 weight.
yeah.
Finally moving into South 1, halfway through.
Yeah, that was a 7-hand East round. So a little bit longer than you'd normally expect. And yeah, from here it's Tom Poussin, as you sort of said. Peng Miao, first dealership. About 10, roughly 10k, 9k points behind first. So well within reach on their dealership at least.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong, everyone is still well within reach with a dealership coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
But you do feel like the that's my phone going off. You do feel the psychological pressure being behind, especially Frisky here. Even though they're only 5k behind second place, you definitely feel it.
Yeah.
Like I have to make a move here. I have to do something, and you start making like really silly mistakes here and there, and it does cost you.
It does, yeah. No, 100%. That's something I've always felt when I'm playing on tables, and this is my last dealership, or I have to do something, especially South 1. I feel very pressured in South 1. Peng Miao obviously doesn't, though.
Yeah. Well, this reach is like really good as well. Like it's 6-9 weight, you cut the door, so what, but you start looking from everyone else's perspective, and it's just like, oh, it's only a turn 6 reach. It's only dealer. I'm only 1k, 2k behind or whatever. I can keep pushing here, and those.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt, like if people start pushing here because they feel like they have to make a move, it's gonna bite them in the ass.
Yeah, you might be thinking, yeah, as you said, oh, it's just a Riichi. Oh, and then you see the tiles, it's like, oh, it's just Riichi Dora 1, but then they turn over to Uro, and all of a sudden it's Mangon.
Yeah, I mean, Kumo has a great opportunity to deal in here.
Yeah,
the hand looks so good. Yeah, nice, good discipline.
Very nice.
Not out of the woods, mate. Yeah, not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, depending on what they draw, they could be tempted to throw this 9-pin.
Yeah.
But you said they tend to play a bit safer, but then if they do deal in, the mental sort of takes that hit. So
yeah, like they tend to try to read the wall and read the river quite often, but yeah, if they deal in here, it's going to be disastrous for them. But it looks like everyone is more or less folding. But you can also, not folding, but like playing around this potential 6-9 weight. But you do find the symbol. I think that may have been like 1 of 2 left in the wall.
Yeah, it was very little left.
Yeah, a nice 2k all for Peng Miao going into South 1-1. Place up with pair of East. So they can keep going here as well.
Yep. Just rack up the home, but as the East immediately.
Yeah, immediate East pawn. And this hand's really fast as well. Like, looking around, realistically, the only person who can actually compete is Frisky with drawing the Chun Uncle there. But even so, their hands shapes are quite dependent on filling up that 3-pin Hanchan.
Yeah, they'd be hoping to find something to go into that 3-pin Hanchan. I feel you don't really want to just go with the Chun only because you're already in last. Albeit a small loss, but
2-man looks enticing here, no?
Yeah. The 2-man does come.
Yeah, and the hand's just too fast for Peng Miao.
Yeah, exactly as you said. All it's going to take is either finding a Pinzu tile on your own or having just something leak from Kumo, and it's going to be Tenpai already.
Yeah. Like Kumo, sooner or later, is probably going to have to cut something. They might be worried about um any of the Pinzu relating to the Dora, but
Mm,
like something like an 8-pin, like if they draw a 7-pin, yeah, if they draw like a 7-pin, like the 8-pin's almost certainly going to come out.
yeah.
So it's only a matter of time, really, I feel, for how long it takes for Peng Miao to Tenpai here. Oh, maybe
5-pin.
maybe with that, maybe with
Yeah.
that draw, the 8-pin never comes out.
Can lock it as a pair to go up to 7 months, or you can even have it thrown to 7 months later.
I mean, you can look towards like tripling up on like the 8-pin or the 7-mon and cutting the 1 free pin here, and forcing some kind of Tanyao, and they're considering it here,
Yeah.
so this should be a free pin cut here. Yeah. That was pretty nice play. The 7-pin draw for Peng Miao is really nice. That meaning that you get to accept the Haku if it comes along and not lose a pair.
Yeah, having already passed the first one, it was off, but now you get the choice to take the second one. That's always nice.
Don't think they had the opportunity to pawn the first one. I think they paired up on this.
Yeah, the pair
Way
before that
later.
was the 2 mons, and they'd just thrown them. So they ended up passing it.
I'm actually fairly surprised Peng Miao hasn't tenpai'd here. You'd think eventually
Yeah,
they would, but you know, with 4-pin being draw, it's probably a little bit difficult to cut Pinzu. You see 2 5-pin in MW's hand.
yeah. As it turns out, everything just kind of got eaten up that they
Yeah, like
needed.
8-pin's dead already as well. So like 258's pretty dead.
There's the last 5-pin.
Yeah, they fortunately found the Haku though, so saved, I guess. Here's Tenpai for Kumo as well, and their weight is substantially better. 6 mon on Tanyao Tuyaka versus Kon Haku or a 2.
Yeah, I think Peng Miao's not going to be cashing in another dealer win here. Unless someone decides to throw in a tile, but the tables seemed pretty tight so far.
Oh no,
There's
the 6 mon! Oh no! Disaster strikes for Peng Miao! Excuse me. 3,900 for WA. Pretty sick. South 2. WA in the lead. Love it. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Yeah, no, completely
Yeah.
unbiased commentary here. No worries.
Yeah.
This
is Go
on.
This is where the game starts getting pretty spicy as well, though, because going to South 2, last place dealership, I wouldn't be surprised if people start posturing for faster hands just to rip their dealership away.
Yes.
But then it gets kind of awkward because then you go into South 3 and you're still a Mungun away from first place at least. So this hand is probably going to make or break it for the result of the game, I feel.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, it puts the players in a rough position when the person in the lead is the person that's going to have the South 4 dealership. Especially when it's a lead this substantial, yeah.
Yeah, you can see everyone but like Frisky has a way to speed up the hand, you know, or Peng Miao had, you know, the opportunity to go for pay, might be looking towards like just like a nice and easy simple reach for a Tanyao. Kumo's got a pair of nuns. MW has a pair of chuns with Dora as well. Like, unfortunate discard on. I feel like if you discarded that North to keep like the 7-9, you have to keep the 7-7-9, but
yeah, I feel like
if
I'd cut the North, I would just cut the second North. But yeah, these things happen.
Yeah. Just trying to maximize that Tanyao Dora potential. Like, pawning Dora here is amazing for Peng Miao here. If they do manage to get there. In the meantime, though, Frisky has advanced the hand. Here's Riichi. 5-8? 5-8 pin weight, but this weight's garbage.
One left in the wall.
Yeah. I mean, there was one left in the wall earlier for Kumo. Like, there's nothing stopping Frisky from just slamming the earplugs draw right here. But
This
I
is
feel
true.
like this hand is going to be a little difficult to win. Like, it almost looks as if someone has to make a mistake.
Yeah, I
Like
think
this
that's true.
exact draw.
You can see the 4-pin coming. So not really, actually, not in these
Also
discards.
would be accurate.
Forso, you'd expect to see
I
a
think
Forso.
they're looking for any reason at all not to cut the Forso here, I feel. 4-pin is nice, 6-0 is nice, but like they're really dodgy to cut into this board. But yeah.
That's a nice disciplined play from Peng Miao.
Yeah. An argument could have been made for pushing forward, but it normally ends in disaster.
Yep.
Yeah. The other argument for pushing forward there, interestingly, is that because they've got no safe, like after Forso, what do you cut? Like there's not really anything after Forso, so if you've got nothing, you might as well keep going.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that sort of play. Oh, the 8-man comes down.
Oh no! Oh
Big
no! Unlucky. There must have been some sort of cabe. Yeah, there's a cabe on the 7-pin. Oradora for a Mangan for Frisky, completely turning the game situation. So, nice and solid second place now. Peng Miao falls from 2nd to 4th. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you want to rip away dealership, and then you can't, and then now you're screwed.
Yeah, exactly right. And yeah, Frisky goes from having 17,000 points on up to nearly 30,000.
But Peng Miao, once again, big opportunity for like Honitsu style hand here. Looking elsewhere, I guess MW's hand is pretty enticing. Has a bit of a way to go, but
Want something to go with the door they've started with.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sort of as you mentioned in the last hand, you're looking for excuses to up the value of your hands at this point. So, Peng Miao's going to be trying to force this Honitsu almost definitely.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because just that one Mangan has really flipped the game situation.
Yes.
So, like, we've gone from I want to rip away last place's dealership as fast as possible to, well, now they're in 2nd place. I just want to go for value. Because if you win, like, as Peng Miao, for example, if you win a 1k hand here, it doesn't do anything for you.
No.
Kumo's situation doesn't change at all, and MW's situation is still doesn't. It actually changes a little bit. It went from okay, yeah, let's rip away dealership to okay, I have time to look for value now.
Yes.
And yeah, Peng Miao forcing that Honitsu, you can see, but there's already a Tenpai on the board for Frisky. 4-7-pin?
4-7-pin for another dealer Mangan.
Yeah, Tanyao Dora free, so yeah, this dealership turned out to be the game changer.
Yeah, exactly as you said.
This pawn is really nice though. Tenpai is very wide.
Oh, this is a nice tempo. What is this? This is
I
yeah,
actually
two,
think it's
2, 4, 5, 7, 8.
So normally you just want to cut the 5-pin here, but they probably read danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to maximize as your weight. Because this extra door doesn't change the value of Frisky's hand.
Yeah. Does
just
nothing
the
for it.
5-pin's a little sus to cut.
So save by the fact that it is Dory here for Frisky.
Exactly, yeah. Looking elsewhere, like MW does stand a little bit of a chance to deal in here, but
Yeah, that'll deal in for Frisky. Yep.
Yeah. Honitsu straight back. It's unlucky.
Yeah.
I feel like in that situation though, it's like your dealer, you feel the pressure behind you to go, especially after winning that first hand, but like you gotta know when to stop.
Yeah, it's
But like who could anticipate the weight being that wide, you know?
that was an incredible. Yeah, for five tile weight is not something you're ever going to expect to see. I think, like in general.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like, you know, you're dealing with 4 Dora, so you're like,
Yeah.
the clear answer is almost always to push ahead. But South 3, we are back to that flat score position we talked about. The only difference is Kumo is sitting with a pretty cozy 12k advantage.
Yeah, the difference between now and South 1 is Peng Miao's actually lost a little bit of points, so the gap's wider to first. So now you've got both second, third, and fourth all jostling. And Kumo says, well, if I just end the dealership here...
Yeah, it puts them in a really nice all-last, because then like everyone's going to be scrambling for like 1k, 2k, maybe 3-9 to like jump from 4th place to second place. So this fast play from Kumo is, 1, really fortunate, but 2, also really, really smart.
Yes.
And yeah, like the difference between now South 3 and South 1 is that, you know, there's not much time left, and that's the best draw they could have found as well. All lost, Veggie.
All lost. And yeah, Kumo with a nice...
Yeah, it would take a critical mistake for this game to not go their way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking elsewhere, I think like the realistically the topic of discussion now is who plays for second place.
Yes.
Yeah, Peng Miao shaping up for a pretty nice hand, but that 1-man draw means that it's basically Riichi Nomi or something like that if they want to play for it.
Yeah.
Frisky on the other hand has Dora, but their shape is guaranteed to be awkward at the end of it, and MW's, it's probably the nicest hand on the board.
Yeah, that's like MW's hand here definitely has potential to make a nice play for second. Frisky is filling their shapes. They did find the 5 Aqua 5 so to go into the Kanchan, but yeah, as you said, even with that, whatever they end up waiting on is going to be a bit awkward.
Yeah, they've still got that super... Yeah, they've got the mega awkward, like, 2-man Kanchan to fill still. But I want to rewind a turn and just comment on, like, how important that 3-pin draw was for Peng Miao. And then this 5-so draw as well is really good for them as well. So, you know, they went from oh, no, I have to reach this hand if I want to win it and secure second place, to, okay, now I can just dumb a Pinfu.
Yes. No, 100%.
Yeah, so this is a mega important... draw for them, which puts them in a great position.
It wasn't the easiest find either, because the 3-pin did slot between the 2-pins and the 4-pin pairs they had. So you might just look at it and be like, oh, this is an Ipeco shape, but I have to fill the Kanchan. But understanding that you can break the pair and then end up with this sort of Ryaman shape.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no! Ah! Okay, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. And
MW with 2k win. Surprisingly, that's only enough to put them into 3rd place, though, right?
I believe so. It does take them out of 4th, which is nice, but yeah, it's a bit short of 2nd. But Kumo managing to take that out for victory, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a situation where you start to analyze whether or not it's worth attempting the Yamagoshi, but taking the Ron saves you 20k there, so 20k in points, so it turned out well for them.
Yeah, no, that was a well-played Hanchan for them all up in the end, and yeah, very nicely played all last, and a nicely played South round in general, I think.
Yeah,
Go on.
Sorry, you go.
No. I was going to say, we will be getting in for an interview once they're ready to go.
Yeah, that was actually really... what's the word? Entertaining? I'm trying to look for, like, the actual word I want to use instead of entertaining. Exciting, that's the word.
Exciting.
I can English. Yeah, that was a really exciting South round, because, you know, you've got one guy who's in the lead who's, like, still pushing ahead looking for points. And then you've got, like, 2 guys basically trading blows the entire time, you know. Who was it?
we had
I've already forgotten who's playing.
we
It
had
was
Peng
Peng
Miao.
Miao like stepping in for like the liver jab, and then
And Frisky was also very
Frisky
well
hits back
involved. Yeah.
like Frisky slaps back with like a right hook, but the right hook misses and they take like an uppercut to the face. Like it was a really exciting South round to watch.
Yes.
And yeah, lots to be learned. I feel playing that playing from the Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm reading chat trying to get
reading
Kumo.
chat, yeah.
I'm really trying to get Kumo into the channel. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting positional play to be learnt from that game. So
Yes.
yeah, it was a very nice game all around.
It comes into play a lot at the later you go into a season as well when you start jostling for more of a team point situation. But yeah, even at this stage of the game, it does play a part. But yeah, welcome in, Kimo. Your microphone is muted.
Bravo, good job. Yeah, you are muted though.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Congratulations. Are you
Sorry, I was too
breathing yet?
nervous. I played so many dumb plays.
No, it's good. So congratulations on your first win this season.
Yeah,
How does
thank
it
you.
feel to have taken such an important win so early in the season?
Well, I still don't feel like I really win this game. Like I'm still like kind of dreaming.
It was pretty well played from you all throughout the game, I think.
Well, I'm not too sure. Like I like definitely like at first I shouldn't have reached that like 6-sword and 9-sword hand.
That was
And,
yeah.
Yeah, I
It
didn't
did
notice
save
I
you,
caught
though.
that 9-sword already, and it's a fully 10. It becomes a fully 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think it was. Did you sense any sort of danger through the sand? Because yeah, if you had not the what was it?
No, it was right there basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, did you think 6-0 could deal in? Because you look at this hand, it's just like I really want to play for my Sunshoku Chunta, but then it's so late in the game, no Dora's on the board. Like, can you cut the 6-0 into this board? Like, did you even think about cutting the 6-0 at all?
well, there's no 6-sword on the board because like I definitely can't cut that 6-sword at that round. And it's definitely safer to cut none, and there's already like only 7 tiles left. I can't just cut it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, so you feel like you shouldn't have reached it. Maybe just should have just kept it Dharma and scooped.
Yeah, probably because first of all, I don't think like I'm gonna get a 6-sword anyway, and like by Zimo, and yeah, and all the 9-sword are out already, so there's definitely no chance. And not definitely, but there's highly possible that I'm not gonna win that hand, and yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
So
understandable.
yeah. And
From here, the next hand I can really think of was your Haite win.
Oh yeah.
that one that one was really like it's just good luck. Like
Did you ever consider, because you did draw the 6-0 to transition to
Yeah, yeah.
3-1 6-0 6-0, did you consider the Shanpon there at all, or did you think no?
yeah, I considered, but I think it's still like first of all I don't like shampoo weight. It's just like a personal thing. And yeah. Are there any other is it? And Forsaw somehow I don't think Forsaw is as safe as 6-saw. Like because like you can see 2/9 sword like on the board, 1/3 sword on the board, and so the 6 sword is like it's like more like a little bit safer than a 4 sword.
Mm.
Yeah, no,
As Sushi.
yeah, that's more than reasonable, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, I just like I don't want that shuffle weight, and I don't want to cut the 4 sword at that like late of the game.
Well then, it's nice picking your thoughts. Yeah,
I mean,
like
it's worked out because you obviously you pulled the high tay, so
yeah, pulling the high
Yeah.
tail there was kind of insane.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
yeah, I mean, who
It
does?
still feels like
Yeah.
a little bit of a dream, doesn't it?
Yeah, that saved the entire game. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. From here, well, once you'd won this hand, you know, obviously you did win a couple other hands. You won this 6K hand as well. Oh no, you didn't. Was it? No. Next,
No.
no, next one, the 3900. Sorry, my mistake.
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was really interesting to sort of see you just you got your points and then you just sort of kept them and you kept that lead and you managed that lead through to South 4
Yeah.
and yeah, that was really well played by you, I think.
Yeah. It's just like if there's a chance for me to like quickly end the game, then I'll go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, once we got to this sort of South 3 situation where you had you had the 10K gap here and you're able to just easily convert this hand with the Hatsu early. Uh
Mm.
I mean that's what you want to see basically in your situation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we'll leave it there because I do have to go and get ready for the next set of games.
Yep.
But
Thank
yeah,
you.
congratulations in your
Yep.
first win. Hope to see you back here soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
And yeah, thanks for coming.
So yeah, I'm leaving.
Alrighty, have a good night. Alrighty, and with that, we're just gonna take a quick 4-minute break or so, and we'll be back with the next set of Hanchans. So don't go anywhere. Alrighty, we are back. Thanks for your patience, everybody. And with that, we will be getting into the next game here very shortly. Whoop, that's the wrong scene. Here we are. I do have Cheese back in with me here now.
Hello, sorry about that, everyone. Thank you, SVT, for stepping into commentary.
Yeah, no, he was more than happy to be. He sounded like he had a great time, and he was happy to cheer on a WA team.
Yeah, I managed to hear definitely no bias in the commentary there.
Yeah, no, zero bias whatsoever. So yeah, with that, we will be getting into. Oh, good, my internet. I love my internet. It loves Tenho. This happens so much. This is why I don't play ladder as well on my internet. It's kicked me from so many games. I've just stopped trying. So we will be jumping into this game here with Junkin Rong, Pin through Powers, Puritan Double Reach, and the Luck Shitters. Starting with Wildstar from Puritan Double Reach here in the seat. We'll just tweak the music a tad.
Yeah, just looking at the results of the last game, we still do have one game going, but Pezzy from Junkin Ron did play in the previous Hanchan and did manage to get a nice 58.6 first. So hoping to carry that through to this Hanchan, but it will be Havra's, Wildstar, and Annie's first game for this team league, I believe.
Awesome. Well, we'll hope to see one of them up here then. I do remember Wildstar last season. I'm pretty sure they had quite a good season from memory. I don't remember why, but I seem to remember them having one of those really big games.
Don't quite remember, but yeah, hopping into here, Wildstar is our starting dealer with a pair of the South Dora.
Yeah, nice starting hand for Wildstar, at least in terms of value.
Yeah, Havra also with a nice hand to Aka's nice shapes in the Manzu and hoping to connect to that Aka 5-pin.
Yep. And there it is. There's a 5-pin to go with that, so you can at least make something work with that. 3 pairs right now, but they'll be able to tweak that to something, I imagine. Yeah, Ani Teku hand here with the Chun pair can at least have a chance to open, but does this have the cut? Maybe looking for Itsu or Tanya, maybe? Tanya's probably
wow, that's a heavy commit. Heavy commit to a Menzen hand there.
Yeah, obviously not liking the fact that it probably only end up being Chun only, unless you manage to find a Ayaka or a Dora, so... Wants to go, yeah, as you said, something Menzen.
Yeah, Pezzy also with a pair of Norths. We do see North cut on the first turn by Havra. I wasn't paying attention to see if they had that pair at the start.
I missed that as well. Would be an interesting call straight up for East one to open with the North Yakuhai, but definitely not unknown. We will see here. They do take it and do get to Tempai with it.
Yeah, nice they managed to get that second copy quickly. Even though it's just a 1k hand, definitely has a good chance to win with that North pawn.
Yep, if they're lucky and can draw a 4-pin, they might end up with a 2-3-4 Sunshoku as well. And sorry, I thought someone else was Tempai, but not quite yet.
We did see Wildstar co-op the South Dora, so Ishan 10 here. If they do manage to pick up the 7-pin or 8-pin, that'd be fantastic. Leaves them with the 2 5-pin ground in way. But yeah, Pezzy's hand's too fast after that North pawn and does just cash in that quick 1k hand.
Yeah, no, then I guess that's the difference, you know. Pezzy took the quick hand, Anitek sort of wanted to get at Menzen style, and speed ends up working out here. So quickly moves us into East 2, Havra's first dealership of the Hanchan and the league. Starting with a Dora in hand. pretty good shapes all around. Hunko's up to 6-mon. Anitek's hand as well, not too bad. Couple awkward shapes though. 3 pairs as well now.
I do see Wildstar with the pair of the Heartsuits and 2 Arca to go along with that.
Yeah, Wildstar can open here for decent value if they choose to do so. Pezzy throwing a lot of Yakuhai, or sorry, well I guess more like a Dragons and Winds for now, but could end up going for a Junchan or Chanta if they can find what they need.
Probably going to be a bit difficult with 3 of those 2 pins.
Yes.
You'd really need to maneuver that hand around to get to a
Yeah,
Chanta or
probably a
Junchan.
little too slow. So we'll probably just end up being some sort of Riichi, maybe Pinfu.
I was going to say that with the 9-1 draw for Annie, they did have a 7-8-9 Sanshoku chance, but they did elect to trim down that Ninzu shape.
Yes. I guess at the time maybe you had nothing better from their point of view.
One pin draw for Pezzy does improve their shape. Nice 4-man cut. The widest Ishan 10.
Yeah, did draw the 4-man turn before and just cut the 8-pin there since it was completely loose. And yeah, 4-man here is a nice cut.
3-man draw for Annie does put them into Ishan 10. Would only be Riichi only. A nice 3-man draw there for Wildstar as well, putting her into Ishan 10. Ooh. And now picks up the Dora. Yeah, it does elect to trim the Hatsu for that Pinfu as well as a potential Tanya if they pick up that 6-man.
This is looking like it could be quite a good hand for her. What do I feel like I'm on the
Would
wrong
be
scene?
interesting to see if she'll chi a 5-8 pin.
I don't... Oh, the 5-8 pin, yeah.
Would be Tanya Dora 3, but obviously would have to rely on that 6-man.
Yeah, and we're getting to the end of the second row. Well, that 8-pin at least was not cheat. So electing maybe to keep this hand closed all the way through, at least until maybe get closer to Rikoku.
However, playing this really defensively, not even wanting to cut the 3-pin going into the third row.
Yeah. 3-pin is Dora Suji as well. Maybe. Yeah, just not trusting it, I guess, at this stage. Seven pin does come. 7-pin was just passed. 5, so yeah, this hand from Anitek has just sort of not done anything.
Oh, that is Tempai there for Pezzy. Wait on the 2-5-pin 1-man if they elect to take it. 1-mans are dead. There's still a 2-pin left from their point of... Oh, they take the Kanchan 5-pin weight. Electing to keep the Dora. Obviously, it could be quite dangerous this late. They do see 2 5-pins already on the board. There's one more in Havra's hand, so one left in the wall.
Yeah, so see if they can draw it here. They do.
Oh, and they do! Riichi's Tsumadora. And an Ura for a Mangan.
It's a very good hand
Yeah,
for Pezzy.
Yeah, taking that weight actually wasn't too bad for Pezzy because, like I mentioned, the 1-mans were already dead and there was only 1 2-pin left. So that was only the tile they lost to keep that Dora.
Yeah.
And it does pay off with a manga.
No, I do like that because you can see all the 2 pins in your hand very obviously, so it does feel a bit gross to have to wait on that. Alright, so East 3, we start with a quick Hatsu Pon here from Havra with an Akadora in hand. And the option to accept regular Dora. They pick up another one though. And then East Pon from Wildstar with the double Dora. So nice hands from 2 players here, but Havra quickly moving their hand along. Wildstar with another pawn. Didn't do much to
passing that. Chun.
Yeah, Pezzy choosing to pass the Chun. So it's kind of interesting. You already see 3 puns this early, or 3 calls specifically. Maybe you're already suspecting you're too slow. Wildstar now Ishantan. Havra still a little bit to go.
Oh. It's off the tempo here. If she does chi and cut the 6-man, she'd be Dora Tanki. I'll take it.
I love a good Dora Tanki.
I would have taken it.
Yeah. You never know when someone needs to cut a Dora just to get to their tempo. And this 1-2 so Penchan's going to be annoying to fill otherwise. So I guess she's probably hoping to find a pair within those 2 tiles.
Oh, now this is just so sad.
I was like, I don't really feel like you can accept that. But
yeah, but throwing the 2 so gives Havra Tempai on the 3-6 so for Hatsu Dora 2.
Yeah, didn't manage to make use of the regular Dora, but which they would have had to find. But yeah, having found the 2 Akadoras does make up for that.
Oh. That does get back into a Tanki Tempai.
Does take it
the Russian Tanki? Is that what they call it?
Yes. It is the Russian Tanki, and they are both still in the wall. This is a better Tenpai, which they do swap to.
Oh, 3 so drawn by Annie.
So this would deal into Havra specifically, if they do end up sumo gearing it, but they could use it in their hand.
Let's go with the 8-man drop, not wanting to drop the Dora. Surprised that Pezzy didn't decide to chi that 8-man and take 10-man. Oh, now a 3-pin for Annie. This may come out. The 6-pin did come out like 4 turns ago.
Yeah, and I think that might make the difference.
Not that 3-pin is necessarily safe, but yeah, it does come out and deals into Wildstar's Pon Dora 2.
Okay. So takes us into East 4. We haven't had a single repeat as of yet. So Pezzy's first dealership here, already on 34,000 points, thanks to that 8k win they had earlier. Big part of it. A little bit slower here for Pezzy this time. And Havra again able to quickly open with a Haku Pon. Havra as well, no Dora as of yet. So would be limited to this 1,000 points. And elsewhere, Anitek does have Dora, in fact double Dora. With already a couple completed shapes, his hand is looking quite good. Pezzi's hand, however, after getting rid of these sort of hanging tiles ahead of Tuso and the Akuhai, is coming along quite nicely.
Nine-man draw for Havra puts them into Ishan 10 for Haku only. 3-pin draw there for Pezzi as well, puts him into Ishan 10. Tanya Aka, and if they could pick up another Dora.
Senpai.
They're waiting on the 2-5-pin for Riichi Tanya Aka with Takame on the Dora.
Dora find here would be very nice for Pezzi. Riichi Pat Sumo, Tanya, Dora.
Unlucky.
Ah, well.
Wildstar was offered Ishan 10 there, but likes to play it safe by cutting the pair of Norths. Let's get back into Ishan 10 now.
Yeah, we are seeing some nice reserved play tonight, which is good to see. Players not really willing to risk throwing themselves into the
Tenpai
hole.
for Annie.
Yeah, this Tenpai is...
I don't think he's going to cut the double Dora
No.
for Riichi only.
I think you'd... the 8-man is interesting.
Full commits to playing it safe.
Yeah. Just says, no, I don't want any more part of this. We see the 5, which is Nakasuji Kam. Well, she was just passed by Havra.
Oh, we did see Havra end up tempying in the end. And does Sumo, taking away that potential massive hand from Pezzi.
Yes. And does take us straight into Southround.
Flying through the Hanchan.
It is a very quick Hanchan so far. No repeats throughout the entire East round. With 3 different players winning, so... All these hype-eyes looked a little bit slow with the exception of Anitech here, who now also finds a Haku pair to go with this Nan pair.
Yeah, it does actually have 5 pairs right now.
5
Oh,
pairs.
Dora.
And now a Dora. Yeah, this could end up just being Chitoi. Without the Dora, you could even make the call for Toy maybe, but deciding to open on the 6-man at the very least.
Yeah, it's not the worst. Obviously, you have the Yaku highs in the Haku and the South.
Yes.
So it could be a Mangan hand anyways. We do see the other 2 Souths and Hakus both in Wildstar and Havra's hand, so it's pretty good news here for Annie.
Yeah, here comes the South 6-pin, I imagine. And the Haku might just come next out from Wildstar as well.
Ooh, the Ishan 10 here for Pezzi. But yeah, like you mentioned, the Haku does come out from Wildstar. So Annie's Tenpai on Haku South. Toy.
Yeah, very quick Mangan hand here for Anitech if they can win it.
Well, but here's Tenpai for Pezzi with the E-Peiko, but it doesn't matter because Annie just immediately summons the Toy. So great decision there. Initially punting that 6-man.
Yeah, no, it was great. I was before that happened. I was gonna say with the 4-man draw, sometimes that can lead you to go, oh well, maybe now I need to go Street Toy because you wanna make use of the Dora. But yeah, no hesitation. So we start here with 2 quick puns, one from Pezzi with the Haku and one from Havra with the 9-man, being able to hopefully snag the Hatsu or just even go for a Janta here.
Oh, but Chundora gets paired up for Wildstar. It's kind of lucky for Annie that they decided to immediately cut the Dora on 10-1.
Yeah, very fortuitous. Wildstar does seem to be the kind to maybe play a little bit more Menzen as well, so might wait to do any calling until they can find the Chun, but I don't think they're gonna have the chance in this hand. Wazzy already Tenpai on the Forso. One of those could be loose in Anitech's hand.
Could switch weights right here. Most likely will, with one of the forces already out. Yeah, it does switch to the 105, so Havra has a really exciting hand here that I don't know if we'll have time to see if it develops. But if they do get that 9, so it'd be 100
the Hanro.
and potential sorry, not Hanro, Sanshoku Doko with a potential Hanro. Oh, interesting choice there for Vazda. I had the choice to take Tenpai and the Jigoku Chuntanki. Champon, sorry. But it'd go for the Honitsu, but yeah, it doesn't matter because Pezzy just simmers at once.
Yeah, Boo Pezzy, that was an interesting looking hand from Havre because they found the one pin to make a pair as well. Ah, well.
Oh my god.
Takes us into South 3, so yeah, 2 dealerships left. And the scores aren't quite all flat, but they're also quite close. Havre unfortunately losing the dealership in last place. We'll have to do a bit more work to get back into the hand here. To the game, rather. This hand has the potential to be converted, but not for a lot of value. Compared to, say, Pezzy. Here with an Akadora, some very nice Manzu shapes already. And yeah, Annie's hand as well. If they can find the 7-man to fix this sort of Manzu shape, we'll basically be good to go.
Yeah,
Shantan
already. The Nobutan weight with the Dora.
Yep.
Oh, but instead gets the 7-man weight. For Riichi Dora 1, only one left in the wall.
Yeah, only one left, and yeah, the ones in the hands Havres could be jostled loose. But also, decent chances it could stay just in there regardless. Manzu already looking a little bit expensive.
Wildstar electing to push. For the meanwhile, is Ishan 10 at the moment?
Yeah, Ishan 10. Not too much value. Or any really. Maybe a Pinfu if you can find it specifically the free pin. But it's out free. You've got 21,900 points. Like, if you want a chance at trying to get first, which is where all the juicy bonuses are in the format we play in, you need to win this hand to make it a lot simpler in South 4. But unwilling to push the South, which is completely live, does end up cutting up the completed Mensu.
Yeah.
So this hand is winding down, still waiting on the last 7-man to make an appearance. At this stage, I'd say the only one in danger of dealing out the 7-man would be Havra. Since they are in last, a little bit more incentive to push.
Yeah, I think they're just having trouble finding save tiles right now. I had to go with the once cut Dora, that sushi to the 6er.
Yep. And does seem to be winding down to its conclusion though. It looks like we will be going to Rikyoku. Big.
Oh, yeah, does manage to get Tempire at the end.
Yeah. Which is nice for Pezzy. Extends their points out a little bit more. Doesn't extend the lead in the end, but does open up a gap down to the lower land players regardless. Just a little bit more.
Does maintain that gap between
Yeah, exactly.
himself and Annie.
Which is also important. Despite having the last dealership, if your lead isn't enough, you're forced to play a little bit more aggressive with the continuing dealership on, because you can't just win, a cheap hand and end the game.
And gotta be afraid if you're within Mangan-Sumo range, especially as the dealer.
Yes. So we get our first repeat of the Hanchan. Anitech with a nice hand already forming. The Dora hanging at this stage, waiting to be paired probably. Same with Wildstar. But Wildstar does have the South to at least open with. Anitech does for the Dora as soon as I end up talking about it. Pezzy's hand as well isn't too bad, but did have a couple annoying shapes to work around.
Ishan 10 here for Wildstar elects to keep the Dora as opposed to the floating 5-mon.
Yeah, you need a little bit of value to, again, if you want to try and have any chance of securing the win. A 1k win here for you, or a 2k win doesn't really do too much. A-pin draw for Anitech is a little bit interesting here.
It's very good, actually. Probably you should just see a 9-pin drop. Yeah.
Yeah. Sixo offered here for Havra. Does change the Sozo shape around. Immediately backfires the Peiko. Because of course it does. And the 8-0 offered to Havra is not taken. And that is a 10 buy for Wildstar if she wants to take it. She does. Waiting on the 6-0 and the South. Which is one left in the wall. Just the last remaining South Wind. So that would end up being Riichi South. Not too many points, but hand wasn't going to be getting any better, unfortunately.
Yeah, just some news to the side. The last Hanchan, last table of the previous set of Hanchans did finish. Hanya Sensation finished with the first place of 126.4 points.
Ooh, that is a large victory. Big points for Tanya Sensation, who have been a strong team in the last couple seasons. Alrighty, 10
here for Annie. Chases on the 5-8 so wait, which isn't still 3 left in the wall, including the Arca 5 so. Oh, and speaking of 5 so comes out. Just the Riichi only.
But for Yura.
Oh, sorry. Spoke too soon. And that is a massive Aura 3 bomb for Annie, shoots him straight into first place.
That was Dilla Mangan, wasn't it? Yeah, of course it was. That is a, massive victory for Anitech and a big blow for Wildstar here. She wants to have any hope of getting out of last and third now. We'll need to make a big turnaround. This hand isn't really going to lend itself to that though. And Anitech says that they're not done with their dealership. They will be continuing. And try to widen the gap down to Pezzy. Havertz hand as well. Pretty nice here. We've got Dora Acceptance. We've got an Aka Dora in the Manzu. As well as this nice shapes to easily include is the 7-man to go with the Manzu. Just waiting on a 1 or 4 so for the Sozu. It's very, very good looking for Havre here, who also needed points. Pezzy's hand as well is coming along quite nicely. Hanchans are a little bit frustrating to work with. But there's one of them filled already. Anitech with the Call of the North Winds here, showing already that they could already be Tenpai. They are in fact still Ishanten, but quite nice in Ishanten. And there is Tenpai on the 1 Forso. There's the Forso, there's the run. Just for a 1 hand, but does keep the dealership going. So now, almost a 10,000 point gap down to second for Anitech. Wakes up here with an Uncle de Wonsos, but there's not a lot going on immediately for them. Wildstar, however, opening up with the pair of East Winds does pawn a third. So we'll be looking to try and find a Yaku around this Dora free.
Yeah, gonna put some pressure on both Annie and Pezzu with the Yaku high, but yeah, not afraid. Same with Havra also chucking the south out.
Yeah. This stage, the first and the second are quite far ahead. If you don't want to just give up, then you need to make bold plays. Otherwise, you just need to try and widen the gap down to 4 or try and close the gap if you're Wildstar. So.
Yeah, the Havra has a really nice hand. Hanyao just needs a pair. Obviously, the 8-man or an 8-pin would be best. Does get Tenpai on the Tanki wait. I think it would be better to just wait for an improvement. There's many tiles that could improve the hand, and yeah, it does ARMA on the 8-pin for now. Does get the 2-5-man Novotan wait now, and does
not take it.
does not take it. Goes with the 8-pin Tanki. Oh my god! And Wildstar does. Oh no!
My god!
What was that? Yeah, I think Havra may be worried with Wild without having called 3 times.
Yeah, I think
wanting
so.
to cut that 8-pin. But yeah, that was really fortuitous for Wildstar getting Tenpai with that 5-pin draw and Havra immediately drawing it.
Yeah, so yeah, despite Wildstar eating that dealer manga, now straight back into 3rd place, but only 10,000 points behind, or 12,000, 11,000, sorry, behind for 2nd. Is achievable. Maybe not with this starting hand though. Pezzy opening up with the East Winds can have a quick hand to try and continue the dealership. Needs about 10,000 points to catch up to Anitech, who's still in first. Anitech's hand as well, not terrible. Couple of pairs, still 3 pairs technically. But these can be improved with just a couple draws. Lastly, Havra, on the recipient of that Hanuman direct hit, will struggle to get out of 4th in this hand. Does start with a Dora.
Yeah, they would need a 5-month.
Yeah, so by Mansumo or
There is a chance here pairing up the 7-man Dora. It does have Tanyao. You know, there are 3 chances. There's a Patsu, Aka. Definitely a way here for Havra. Sananko now even.
yeah, that'd be a nice way to get there. It's a nice Sananko win.
Yeah, we saw Pezzi holding onto those 4 Tusos. With the Anko of the East, does do Khan now. Revealing 9-pin as the new Dora, which they do have a pair of. So currently 3 Dora in Pezzi's hand.
Yeah, 3 Dora and the potential to accept the 7-man if they draw it.
On that
Or even-
standby.
Yeah. But we did take...
Oh yeah,
We do take
it does take the
standby.
Champagne.
Yeah. Ishanten for Havra, finding a 4-pin. Making the Sananko even more likely.
Obviously, the 7-man weight was a confirmed Dora, but this weight, if they do manage to sumo it, would give them Sananko.
So this is the last remaining 9-pin in the wall at this stage. 9-man should be locked up in Anitech's hand. But they do have the option to play defensive from here and might... There is the off chance you end up throwing them for safety, but not for now at least, with other options available.
Yeah, would at least need a 6-man to become safe, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, not safe. It's just like, oh, I've had nothing better. I have 2 of these terminal tiles, you know.
That is an unfortunate miss on the 7-man sumo.
Yeah, and some consideration being taken here from Havra. I feel this
Did
would be...
get a Khan of 5-pin.
Yeah, just a couple draws ago, they drew the 5-pins. Ishanten, they may be hoping to find Tempai first and
Oh?
get the play. So new is another 7-man, so now they have 5
Oh
Dora.
my god. I'm actually a bit surprised that they didn't just full commit to the Khan and just try and get Tempai.
I was expecting a Khan immediately, considering you're in last, but didn't
Man, if
happen.
they had done that and seen this new 7-man Dora, they could actually just pawn the 7-man
Yeah.
and have Dora 7 done, yeah.
9-pin.
Oh no, Havra.
We have a lot of
9-pin comes
Ura.
out.
1 Ura is
And they
found,
hit
which
one.
makes no difference. No, I was making sure.
But a
So-
massive 18k for
Yeah.
Pezzi.
Big win for Pezzi. Puts them back into the lead here. Which is exactly not what you want to see as Anitech. And especially not what you want to see as Havra. Now solidly in last position. Most likely will just end up a spectator for the rest of his Hanchan. But Pezzi has the hand to say, well, my dealership's not done yet.
Yeah, this is the second or even potentially the third time, don't remember Easter 1, where Pezzi has passed the first Yakuhai offered to them. It's
Yeah.
currently Ishan 10 for Chitoy. With 2 Dora, actually. Actually, I am really surprised that they passed that Patsu.
Yeah, this is potentially another large hand for them, depending exactly how they want to end up playing it. I guess it is something to consider that you're only 10,000 points ahead of Anitech here. So, by all means, not safe. Despite, you know, being on 51,000 points. You know, World Star now 20,000 points behind second again. This hand's not bad. But it's not quite 20,000 points good. Especially with the Aqua 5 man that might end up just going.
4 man or 3 man will be the best draw. Get that 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku chance. But Tenpai for Annie does pick up the Sanshoku, confirmed. Waiting on the 4-7 man.
4-7 man here, so Wildstar finding the pair for the 5 man wants to throw the 8 so's, but decidedly unsafe. Does take the chance.
Does end up doing it.
Like a 5 pin for Havra. You don't really care, you're pushing anything. Imagine, like, we're just gonna see a full fold here from Pezzy.
Fortunately, not sure if he has that many safe tiles.
You've got the Hatsu, but aside from that...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, aside from the Hatsu...
You are correct.
Yeah.
Actually, he does have the pays as well.
Correct, yeah, no, that is the Riichi tile. You look
Yeah,
Riichi
actually,
tiles,
yeah, just thinking if he wants to push.
Yeah, I think that is the call, because yeah, you've got the pays, you've got the Hatsu, you've got the points to gain, and it is tournament format, so they do matter. But likes to play this a little bit safer. Tenpai for Havra, but the 4-man...
Oh my god, just passes and goes to the sumo. Anitech playing for that first place.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
So what are the chances of this sumo here at this point?
No more 7 mans.
1 more 4-man?
2 4
2 4-mans, no, 2 4-mans. Yep. And Wildstar waiting on the 6-9, so.
man. 6-9 man.
Sorry, 6-9 man. And Havra on the 2-5 man.
Obviously 6 man. Yeah. The 9 man doesn't give Yaku to Wildstar. And yeah, really unfortunate here for Annie. Everyone else drawing those 4 mans.
Haite is drawn. Pezzy is not Tenpai. That will bring an end to our Hanchan. With everyone else Tenpai. Positions will remain the same. Pezzy in first, Anitech in second, Wildstar in third, and Havra in fourth position. Pezzy will be joining us. So I will bring up our replay.
Oh.
Hello, welcome in.
Hello, Pezzy.
Congratulations on the victory. Well played, Hanchan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Didn't know it was the featured one, so.
Yeah.
Was quite of a crazy one, wasn't it?
Oh, I was so stressed. My first Hanchan today, I'll give credit to everyone. I'm not saying this as a slight to anyone, but didn't feel threatened in one of the games where if I dealt in, I felt like it was never going to be strong. It was never going to be a good hand. This one though, I was stressed all Hanchan.
It was
we did see.
Sorry, go on,
we did see that you won the previous Hanchan with nice 58.6. So double win for you tonight.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, it's always great to get that ball rolling early and getting the early points on the table for the team. This sort of helps a bit later when you can afford a couple losses here and there, and it's not going to really put you into the drink.
Yeah, I'll say we yesterday wasn't very good for us, so there was a bit of like a morale bit thing where we just like, no, we'll have a good week in the future. It happens,
Yeah, exactly right.
and I think this is a good boost for all of us.
Yeah, so going over to Hanchan here, the East round was very quick. It was no repeats at all, but you did manage to pick up 9,000 points throughout it. Starting with the very first hand here, very quick north wind from you. We did notice actually. Let's go back. Yeah, we noticed throughout the Hanchan you passed this north tile when it was offered, and that seemed to be a bit of a, I don't want to say a habit, but
I mean, it's something that I tend to do when I don't know where my hand's going. Like, I don't want to lock my hand into being weak because, I mean, when the North is discarded that early, I don't want to lock myself into a 1,000 point hand, really.
yeah, sure.
And also, and my hand's got just a lot of things that need to fill out anyway. So I might as well skip this first one, see where my hand goes, because I can just discard them later if I'm going for like a weird pin fu or keep it for chi toy, for example. But then once everything filled out, it was like, at this point, I'll pump to Tenpai, just get this game moving.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, and that's the benefit of making that decision with a weak hand, because a lot of the time, by the time that last copy comes out, your hand's a bit more developed.
Yeah, obviously, if the hand is a lot stronger, like if I had like a door or two in there, I probably would pawn the first one, but especially in this Hanchan, that never really happens, except when I made a massive mistake, when I make mistakes. I just forget how good my hand is.
So yeah, the next hand you also won. You ended up going with a. Was there an option here? I forget.
Yeah. When he had the 6.
The which one is it? Sorry.
Yeah, when you could discard a 6-pin here for the quote-unquote wider weight.
Yeah,
but you do take the 3-pin Riichi here.
Yes, I think with this one was me trying to be... Safe is not the right word. But I felt like people were trying to sort of develop, try and find some things. And I did. Obviously, I'm never discarding the Dora here.
Sure.
And I thought if I'm going to push, I think I might be able to get people away from temp. If people have a bad Tenpai, nobody's reached, nobody's called a tile. So I don't think people are being too aggressive right here. So I thought a reach might push people off, and getting some a chance here because I've got all these triplets. I feel like just pressing the reach button here, not really a Suji trap, but I can see someone maybe considering it. But I wasn't expecting sumo here. I was expecting just to push dealer off. That's what my plan was. I just got lucky with it.
Yeah, and so you do get the sumo and hit the Euro for that Mangan. So actually quite a big hand that you ended up winning here.
Yeah, this was a great. It's always good to get those early points, I think, and that sort of sets the pace. Rather than and despite that, we come out of the East round, and just because of how it sort of ended up playing out, despite you winning this hand, you kind of your position wasn't really set as a definite lead. Which was,
I streamed this game with a 5-minute delay, and you'll hear my commentary of being like I am in first, but I don't feel comfortable right now.
And that ended up being the case. I think Annie did end up winning quite a few big hands in the South round, but then I think you got a hand towards the end on your final dealership.
This stressed me out so much because
so I think you started with these two, so it's not quite. It was very early, I remember.
No, it was. Yeah, it was 50. Obviously, I don't want a can here. I'm what two away. So I don't really want the can right away because then that just forces other people to okay, we're just going to reach, end the game.
Yeah.
Whereas I want to win this game. I'm in punching distance of first, but I get the Mangan sumo or better.
Yes.
So that's why I held it for so long. try and fill out the weirder side. So I really want that 7-man.
Yeah. And then once you sort of pulled the east, you made the decision to Khan.
I will say that this was a massive mistake on my part. I forgot I was east. I knew it was all last. For some reason, I forgot I was east. I forgot I had the Yaku. Obviously, I still respect the can. I just didn't need to reach this hand at all.
Oh, sure. Okay, so you don't mind the Khan, but then...
But yeah, this I shouldn't have done. I could have just damaged from here. I think I would have been I would have been happy with it. That's my dealer Mangan right there, right?
Yeah.
Just just on its own, I didn't need to do anything. I reached because I forgot East was a Yaku.
Sure.
No,
Okay.
well, it turned out very well in the end because after you Riichi'd, the 9-pin did end up coming out
Yes.
from your toyman in the end.
How are you feeling after this second Khan?
This second Khan, I'm really happy because they're in last. They can push anything. I'm thinking they're going to deal in.
Okay.
that's what I was thinking right there. Like I'd already discarded the 7, so that's already passed. So the double door is annoying, but I'm actually looking at his hand now. But once again, I still feel like the 9-mans were dead, but I felt like that could easily come out. That's what I was feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Which is why I
Yeah,
didn't
you
want
do
to
end
wait
up
for the
winning the
7-man.
9-pin for a nice 18k.
Yeah, and then I forgot that the game continues for a moment and sort of got stressed at the start of the next hand.
Yeah.
I completely misplayed. For all last, I played so badly. Do you want to review that?
Yeah, of course, yeah, we can go into it. I noticed, you started with the Hatsu, and again, you passed it. Is this more of the same case, or...?
Yeah, same case, because North is Dora, I only have one of them, the hand's worth nothing, and I want the game to end. Like, this is me still realizing, wait, I have to lose this hand, to end the game in first, so I don't want to deal into North.
Right, okay.
So
Already from this sense, you're looking to go at least, no 10.
That's... no 10, I forgot that was a guaranteed first. That's why in the middle of this hand, I have some weird almost pushes, placed up kind of dangerously. Because I'm trying to deal in to south or west. Because I forgot I've got all these, once the North reaches on the North, I'm now safe on my biggest threat. I could just discard everything else and not care.
Sure, yeah, so you're like, I'll just push whatever's safe against the Kamicha here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here, but I'm still thinking, I'm one away from Cheetoy. I can push the hands, forget, I'm still thinking about winning this hand here, even though I don't need to.
Sure,
See,
yeah,
if
okay.
I get into tempo, I'm good. This, for example, the two man, I don't want to discard that in this situation here. It's why I've gone to discard him.
Yeah, we did notice you paused a lot here right before you cut the heart too. You're just thinking about whether to keep that Ishan 10.
Yeah, basically. Because once again, even the 9 I wasn't trusting. I mean, obviously, if we analyze the pools, we could probably work out what is.
Yeah, of course.
I could push slightly, but it was very much I was in the mindset of hard committing or hard folding.
Yeah.
And I couldn't deal into North at all. Any hand, so.
Yeah. So you cut the Hatsu. Were you ever at any point fine with cutting the Norths here as well? Like, it's obviously safe against North, but being Dora.
I was thinking of wiggling back into Tempai if I get lucky. Basically, that's the only reason what I was thinking there.
Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then this things like this 6-pin, I can just discard the Norths immediately.
Yeah.
I think if I was playing smart, that's what I would do. Is just immediately discard the Norths now. But I was trying to deal into the other 2 hands, which obviously West is gonna be nothing. It's gonna be like 1,000 points.
Yes,
maybe a red 5 there.
Yeah, West is just looking to end the game without them losing more points, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sort of in the same situation with A, which might be a slightly bigger hand, but they've opened up now, so I want to deal into them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that all makes sense to me. and in the end, he didn't even have it to end up dealing in.
And then
Yeah,
at this
it
moment,
was-
I realized, wait a minute, I don't need to worry.
Yeah, it
Wait,
was
this
quite
guy's
scary
really
actually, this hand. It's always scary when you're within Vanguard Sumo range and you actually see that Annie passed the foreman that was discarded from your tournament, aiming for that Sumo so that he overtakes you.
Yeah, right here.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's such a. Oh yeah, I saw that. That's such a smart play. Oh, I love that.
But yeah, it didn't end up Sumoing it, so did manage to keep your first place in the end.
Yeah. What an end.
Well, if
Oh,
we
wow.
just briefly go to the standings now, with those two firsts that you got today, obviously there are still some tables that haven't finished, but you actually pushed Junk and Ron up to 8th now.
Oof.
That's
That,
good.
yeah, that feels good.
Very, yeah, very good work tonight, Pezzy.
We're ahead of Jan Kempom. Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry, the important
That's
thing
all that
is
matters
the
in the
internal
end,
road.
isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
you guys have a. I imagine you have a good rivalry going for this as well. Then,
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that?
so I imagine you guys have a good rivalry going for this season between your two teams. Then,
To be honest, not. We're really supportive of each other. It's very much a good luck, but I hope we have a little bit more luck than you.
yeah, that's what I imagined. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't help that yesterday, round one, we were on the same table.
Yes. In fact, I think we did we
Oh.
watch one of those games. I forget. I'm pretty sure we did. No, we did not.
We did not.
I know. I never pointing it out though. Okay, that's what I'm mixed up with.
Oh, the live update. Some changes, but yeah, Tanya Sensation, we're coming for you.
Ah,
We've still got Gemma to come to
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
show up on the table.
Yeah, good luck. Tanya Sensation had a very big win tonight in that game that went for what was that? It was about an hour and a half.
Yep.
Oh, that's the one that went that long.
Yeah.
Well, Pezzy, congrats on the 2 wins tonight, and as well as yourself and all the other UK members joining us once again for Team League. It's great to have you every time.
Yes, you can take the ashes from us every single time.
All right, thanks for joining us, Pezzy.
Yep. You have a good day. You guys have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Alrighty. And with that, that will bring a wrap up to tonight. I imagine that was a lot of points.
Well, there is still one game going.
There is still one game going. Oh, okay. We can catch the end of it. Excellent. All right.
Well, probably the middle of it, because that's the one that had to start 30 minutes late.
Oh, wait. Really? But over points? Oh, I'm blind. Okay. Yeah, we can catch this game. This is the game. That's just you just mentioned it. It did start later than all the other games. So let's jump in. See, we're up to South 2. Oh, let me put the scene back over. Sorry about that. I also forgot.
All right, Tenchi.
Very cool.
Tenchi doing pretty well for himself here after being the victim of Tanya Sensation last Hanchan.
Yeah, so we've got Tenchi to the left. In front of us we have, I'm pretty sure that's Jace, right?
Ace. Yep.
Yep. And then to the
then-
right is let's check in.
It's Reika.
Oh, is that Reika? Is it?
Yeah, from last season.
Yep, so it is. Yep, perfect. So yeah.
And then Washizu from Hong Kong Dong Hong Kong, one of
Dong
our
Hong
newer
Kong.
team.
Yep.
Newest teams.
So yeah, pretty tight race at the top here for first. 3 players within 10,000 points of each other, and Reika opened with 2 dragon ponds here.
Yeah, they did have the one copy of the Chun until they anchored up the 8-0.
I guess that's understandable.
Well, unfortunately, the West Tenpai here having to drop the Aka 5 pin, but does still have Hatsu Haku and does immediately get the 9-man for the 240.
And will retain their dealership, bringing them closer to first place. And SPT mentioned this in the Hanchan he was here for, but he really felt like in general, South 2 tends to be kind of the dealership that decides how the game will end. I feel like that's quite true. It can really sort of set the pace on what's going to go forward from there with the last two dealerships, because either they're ahead and it doesn't really matter, or they can really bring it back and make it a tight race for the end. We see here as well, so Tenchi, couple of Yaku tiles with the salves and the chuns, throwing suited tiles so far. Uncle Chun.
Yeah, very likely to see a shift towards Honitsu. But still have the acceptance of the Dora though.
Yep, so imagine the 5-7 will come next.
If they wanted to play it more standard, they could go with like a North Cut, for example, that's already been once cut.
I've already
Speaking
been...
of the Dora, Jace here in front of us, Anko with the Arca as well.
Yeah, this is very nice to have. Unfortunately, the rest of the hand needs a bit of work to make it convert, but if you can, that's the kind of hand you're looking for to dig you out the hole you're in.
That's a nice 2-pin draw there for Jace.
Yeah.
Tenchi's hand also developing well with the 4-pin and the 8-pin drawn in the past few turns.
Yeah.
Will we see?
We will see a Khan. No help. But that is
Put 6 mana as in Eudora.
yeah, helps out Roshizu and Raika.
And Jace. Well, I mean, if they're reaching. Sorry.
Oh yeah, if they're
helps everyone. Because obviously Jace being, over 25k away from even third, does need some help.
I'm racking my brains here. It's like, how does a 6-month Dora help? Hold on, have I missed something? Have I forgotten something? No.
Yeah, haven't you checked the Khan or Dora?
We can do that. That's legal. I had no idea. Oh, there we go. It has helped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jason's hand is coming along here.
And well, she's also Ishanten Roundman. But Reika still 2 Shanten getting to the end of the second row.
Yeah.
Actually, three Shanten missing a pair.
Oh wow, that is correct. Yeah, not looking too good for Reika here.
That is Tenpai for Tenchi, waiting on the 4-pin, 8-pin. 4-pin immediately gets drawn by Jace, but it's snugly into their hand. It should be quite a wide Ishanten that they have right now. That is not Tenpai.
This is an ugly shape that I can't even wrap my brain around. Yeah, the 1 1 2 3 3 3 4 5 5 6 shape. Yeah. Oh wow.
That
nice.
is Tenpai.
Yeah, that's definitely Tenpai.
I think there's multiple ways to take. We chuck the 3-pin for Pinfu, waiting on the 4-7 pin. And they do Dharma it with Pinfu, Dora.
4
5 6, 7.
7.
7. Wait, Pinfu Dora 7 is a Dharma Baiman. Unfortunately, there's only 1 4-pin left in the ball.
5 6.
And obviously would be a Tamahanade by Tenchi, so they do need to sumo it themselves.
It's easy, just
She's here with the Chi for K10.
yeah, just making sure you're not going to drop too many points. It's important. There's the 8-man, which is not able to be taken. And takes us to Rikoku. Dealer not being Tenpai means we will move on to South 3.
Yeah, unfortunate for Jace not to be able to convert that hand.
That would have been a beautiful hand to convert.
Yeah, no dealership, and also bad that the dealership moved on. It would have been nice to at least have another hand to potentially come back with.
Yep. So yeah, Jace with a lot of work to try and win the Hanchan. Third's definitely within reach. I mean, everything's within reach. It's just a matter of feasibility, I suppose.
Hatsudora here, we do see a pair in Tenchi's hand. However, I'm looking at Reika's hand with a south pair, Sanmen-chan, Roundmen, and a pair, so
Yeah.
could develop quite quickly to shut down this hand.
Yeah. No. And that's pretty much what you want to be looking for as a Reika here. You don't need too much to close in on first. So keeping it close enough going into Urasu's you're probably happy enough with that, if that's what it ends up coming down to.
Obviously, if you can get a manga on this hand,
It'd
it
be a
will
lot
make
better.
the job much
Yeah,
easier.
it'd be a lot better
Yeah.
to do that. Yeah. Washizu's hand as well is quite nice. It's another completed
is
shape
Ishan
there.
hand?
Excuse me. That 8-0 is nice. It allows Tenchi to call the Hatsu if it comes. You're probably going to do that anyway, but having the extra
Speaking
pair.
of which,
Yeah.
there you have it. Trades us out with Reika, who keeps the Aka 5, sir.
It's understandable. You
Yeah,
want
both the Tusos are already out, and one of the 9-pins, so it didn't actually lose too much.
that is Tempai.
Was actually already Tenpai for Washizu on the Kanchan 7-pin, but yeah, with that 5-pin draw, it does upgrade to the 4 7-pin weight for Riichi Tanyao. 4 left in the war.
Yes, 4 left of the war.
Oh, that's Tenpai for Jace as well. I would assume he'll chase here.
Yep.
Yep. And the 5-8, so unfortunately 5-8 so is so dead in everyone's hands.
Yeah,
There's only one left in the wall.
1 8-0 left. Saving grace being that if Riker draws it, they throw it if they want to be risky. But
Cool.
that doesn't matter.
Tenchi did manage to grab Tenpai in the end, but doesn't matter. Oh,
Ura
and
as
Ura
well.
for Washizu hurts the chase.
Yes. Knocks Chase down to a very distant 4th now. It does put Washizu up into 40k points, which gives them a little bit of a healthier gap to Tenchi, but definitely not a safe gap. Especially not with Tenchi's last dealership. Still waiting to be had.
Nice hand here again for Reika with the pair of Dora tons as well as decent shapes.
Yeah. Reika's got a hand that can at least keep them close going into all last.
They can get a manga on Sumo here would put them about just 5,000
Yep.
shy of first.
Yeah. Jace hedging the Kokushi at this point, but does have
Yes.
the Pinzu to work into a regular hand.
Yeah, quite rough. Not sure if they drew any
They haven't.
terminals or honors in
Yeah.
these 4 turns, but yeah, still stuck with only 8 unique.
Yeah, it was a pretty despair hype, so I can understand at least entertaining the idea. But I think Kokushi going this slowly, it's gonna pretty much tell you, oh well, there is hope.
Now it's just awkward because you wanted to go for maybe like a Chanta and pair up the East Aura, but
Yeah, so now you
Yeah,
have to
now they-
choose to commit, and yeah, we are. Well, kind of committing. Ooh.
oh,
Yeah, we've got options now at least, which is nice.
yeah.
But it sucks.
Games
that-
like here just maybe have both. Ah. we see Washizu playing it quite defensively,
Yeah.
keeping both the live Dora and South Yakuhai. Obviously, their direct competitor right now is Tenchi, who is double South and does actually have the pair in their hand. So, quite a good play here from Washizu, holding off on the South.
Yeah. Very disciplined play. Yeah, especially as you pointed out that you don't want Tenchi gaining points on you. You're happy to pass the dealership as long as Tenchi doesn't win, basically. You can at least play for a cheap win in or last and end the game that way. You especially don't want to deal into the Kokushi across from you, which is getting closer, slowly but surely.
Yeah, somehow did get to 2 away from Tenpai. Missing 1-man, 9-man, and South.
Yeah, I'm trying to count. I think there's 2 1-mans.
One more 1-man.
Yeah, there is one more
But-
1-man now. Yeah, two 9-mans.
Oh, and does pick up a 9-man. And 1 South.
And 1 south. But there's a 6-pin, so that will end everyone's chances here. Tenchi does deal into a Riichi Dora 2. From
Yeah,
right-
Tenchi pushing for that first was Ishan 10 for that Hanetsu with a Dora, but quite a costly deal in here, knocking Tenchi down to 3rd, going into all last.
Yes. So that puts us into a situation here where Reika wants... They can hit first, but with only being about 6,000 points ahead of 3rd, it kind of limits how much you can risk trying to go for first. Tenchi wants to catch 2nd. This hand... If you find Dora and Pinfu, it's gonna be tough. Maybe there's a distant chance of a Sanshoku somewhere. Or Shizu holding on to Yakuhai tiles here.
Does have this pair of Souths with 2 Arca, so could actually try and fight for some more points if they wanted.
Yeah. Just leaving the options open. While also, yeah, just giving themselves that little bit of safety.
Chase is a Hanuman Ron away from 1st place. They do manage to transition to a Honitsu, or they could just Riichi with these Sananko chants.
Yeah, Riichi Chun at this stage, but yeah, Sumo would be Riichi Chun Sumo Sananko, which would be
Yeah,
enough.
would still
also.
need a Ura or an Apatsu. So
There's the Apatsu.
Ura 3? Would need Ura 3.
No, right.
Unfortunate, but actually kind of amazing that Reika even had the chance there to get that 1st place.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, couldn't get it.
So it does bring an end to the games for tonight. Where are we? Okay, so I imagine you've done all the scores yet. Scores are in. Elsewhere, we saw wins from Kohaku Rangers, with Todd Dreaming 2nd, Darkness Wanderers in 3rd, and Chitoitsu Sanbaiman in 4th, as well as a win from the Machi Machi Club in the other game, with Junkenpom in 2nd, Churun Potato 3rd, Ichibuchi Fingers 4th. So that does end us. I need to change the scene over. I need to keep remembering to do that. Does end us with the points in this situation. I will zoom in again, if I remember the keybinds to do so. There we go. Here we are. So, at the end of the first week of play, we have a Tanyao Sensation team in a provisionary 1st place. we've got Haku Rangers in second, Lockshooters in third, who didn't manage to have quite the explosive night they had on Saturday, it seems. A couple teams seeming to take a couple harsh games in the first 7 nights, including reigning champions Riichi Fingers. So maybe they're just giving themselves a bit of a challenge for this season.
Yeah, I mean, like they had what, like a 400 lead over everyone else.
Yeah.
During the qualifying Hanchans. So yeah, I think a 200 handicap's fine.
Yeah. They want to, make it interesting. Make them have to work for it this time around, I suppose. But yeah, that was a good set of games we had tonight. Very exciting games, pretty much all round, as well as last night. Yeah, great start to the season, I think. Looking forward to it. I think with 16 teams, it's going to be a lot more interesting as well. Just a bigger variation of point spread. Will keep things interesting.
Yeah, definitely might be a bit more cutthroat once we reach like 20 Hanchans for the teams at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, with that, we will wrap things up here tonight. So, thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with another set of 4 games, next weekend, rather. With another set of 4 games. We hope to see you then. Otherwise, hope everyone has a good rest of your day or night. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we'll be out.